Hey, this is Molly, a video editor at The Alternative, and this is Get Involved, a show where I talk to music people about the stuff that they're working on lately. A little bit of a curveball today because I'm talking to Sadstab. Sadstab is a tattoo artist based in Toronto. Why am I talking to a tattoo artist about music stuff? Because Sadstab has tattooed many bands, maybe even your favorite band. Illuminati Hotties, Vidlar, Pup, Idols, Snail Mail, the list goes on. So I talked to Sadstab about tattooing and art and music and a bunch of other good stuff, so let's check it out.
I saw you've been tattooing since 2016, but how did you first get into tattooing?
My first tattoo was from a Tinder date. They requested me to tattoo them, and I was like, I never tattooed before, but I'm down. So it was like a vodka bottle cap with Indian ink and a sewing needle tie on a pencil. Later on, I gradually learned from different artists, and they would teach me their little tricks or the standard. Always practice on human being. I never practice on a orange or skin or anything, or myself, because I don't have any tattoos myself. Because of a Tinder date, thanks to him, I started tattooing.
That's so wild.
I guess if I really have to trace back, it actually came from drunkenly using a Sharpie and drawing on everyone's skin in parties and university time. And people were like, you should make it permanent. You should make it an actual thing.
How did you get the name Sadstab also?
I was really depressed. I was really sad. I was going through a life-changing moment of learning how to take care of myself in mental health situation and physical health situation. Oftentimes when I'm depressed, I manifest something happening. So I was thinking of like, I'm so sad. I want to start tattooing. I don't like the word stick or poke. So I use the word stab because it's kind of like stabbing people anyway. And I really want to manifest the energy from that depression into something else. So I think like stab my future. Oh, it's pretty cool. So I guess it become a mentality. Like nowadays I'll walk down the street like or go to concerts. People will be like, are you Sadstab? I was like, yeah, and then they were like, I recognize you from your outfit. You're always black and white.
I didn't even notice your glasses are black and white too. Wait, that is so sick.
Yeah, and my shirt.
That's so good.
Not today's shoes or pants, but could be. Have you heard of the art piece Roberta Britmore by Lynn Hirschman Leeson?
No.
I would say definitely an inspiration. I never had a chance to talk about it. In the 70s, Lynn Hirschman Leeson used a different presentation of a complete different opposite of her presentation as a virtual reality avatar to go into real life journeys. She was a brunette, but she would dress up like a blonde and really colorful outfit compared to us, like black and white. And then she'll pretend to be another person and go on to different kind of like an RPG game, but in real life. And she'll hire a photographer to capture photographs of her. And now that I think about it, as I'm talking to you, it reminded me of how I kind of approach my Sadstab identity. At first, I don't have an identity on the internet. I just present all my tattoos only. Like any tattoos I've done, I posted it. At first, people that reach out to me when they arrive my house to get a private stick and poke from me, they always thought it's like a macho man, like a super tall guy, or not Asian, I guess. And it was like the opposite of what they expect because of my art. Because I drew like bizarre art. Like one of the most bizarre tattoo I've done is my 33rd tattoo. Was a girl squatting down, taking a mean shit. Literally. And I was like, first of all, I can't believe someone trusts me to let me do that on them. And they appreciate my art like that to let me do that.
Tell me how you got into tattooing bands, because you tattoo bands who come through Toronto. Is that what would
Toronto,
you say?
yeah. The first band I've tattooed was a Mortal Orchestra. It all started because of that kind of like that shameless cold calling. At a concert, I just asked for an autograph and they were like, you want to come backstage? I was like, yes. You're my favorite band and I got to meet you. Thank you. And now I'm backstage and I offer you my drawings and stickers and your ticket. And because of that, we become friends. I just started having some other people reaching out to me. It was Whitney and then AJJ. And then I was so in love with the band Starfucker that I just messaged Starfucker. I was like, hey, would you want a tattoo? And then they were like, yeah. And I was like, freak out. And then just keep asking. I have that mentality of shamelessly, confidently ask someone. If it doesn't work, Too bad. All these bands, I would say like 74 bands of it, 90% or 95% is just because of me cold calling them. You're coming in town, you want a tattoo? One time, this band Funda Bar, they told me the reason why they say yes is because going on tour every day is the same. You travel, finally got to the border, you wait in the border, and then you got through, you have to toss all your weed and all that stuff, take a picture. And when you arrive, sound check, you perform, you get off stage, and you do the same.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh, suddenly there's such moment of momentum to create and to have a solid tour souvenir.
Yeah. Yeah.
They love it. The reward of tattooing a musician was never about the glorified moment of Instagram likes or like having like exposure, you know? Have you been to those like children's museum where you have to have a little passport and you collect all the stamps in different stops? Just want to like collect all the bands I like and make a connection and talk to them and tell them I appreciate them and how they changed my life.
I would love to know like what kind of music what are you listening to lately?
I'm a soul, funk, disco, new wave, industrial, gospel, classic house DJ. My latest purchase, well, it wasn't a purchase. I dog walked for my colleague and I got gifted a record. It was the Sherelle Saturday Love.
Okay.
I listened to this song 223 times, but it's the band SOS Band.
Okay. Sands of Time. That's a cool record cover.
Yeah, and it's the same producer as Janet Jackson. You know, like Rhythm Nation, Control have such a new jack swing, Roland Ale 85.
Yeah.
Same producer.
Same thing.
But my favorite song from it is the song No Lies. It's just a big banger track. It's what my boss would say is a big track.
What are you excited about for 2023? Like, what are you most looking forward to, either in like art or life or both?
So right now I'm 848 tattoos in, 74 bands. I'm reaching my goal of 1,000 tattoo and 100 bands. Afterwards, I want to have a sort of maybe a documentary or a coffee table book. But 2023, it's got to be epic because I'm got so close to my goal.
You see my phone. Oh, you can't see it. My phone case. I'm a big smiley face, but I like your kind of like flat across.
I cut it. Maybe can I end the whole interview with a tiny created story of mine?
Please.
There's a chicken nugget making factory. Okay? They make chicken nuggets every day. They have to be irregular shapes that follow a guideline. They have to be some sort of odd shapes. Anyway, one day they made an accident. They made a chicken nugget that looks too normal. And they were like, you're too normal. We can't use you. We have to reject you. And the chicken nugget was like, what? So he packed his bag in a stick in a little cloth and he walked away from the factory. You turn around. And that's the face.
That's so good.